I'm sorry, you are?
Russell, there's an aroma of filthy lucre in the air, and it seems to be drifting in from Washington.
Yes. Do you have any problem with that?
I'm a pragmatist, my friend. Unlike my colleague Leonard Palmer, who scans the night skies trying to discover the undiscoverable. If the government is interested in financing my lifestyle, I'll gladly furnish the government with anything it wishes. I presume my involvement would cement this proposed defense contract.
Naturally.
Oh, Mr. Armstrong, I'm sorry.
Well, that's quite all right, Faye. Do you know Dr. Lundquist?
Oh, yes. I mean, no, not personally. I've enjoyed your television specials immensely, Doctor.
You are too kind. It isn't easy reducing the complexities of the universe to a pablum the public can digest.
Faye, if you have a moment, could you join us in my office?
Of course.
Come along. Now, Faye is responsible for all our data systems network. The computers, well, the computers love her.
Ah, yes, mathematics harnessed for space. Tiniest microchip competes with the mightiest battleship when defense contracts are let.
Oh, I'm afraid contracts are Russell's department. I've been spending most of my time on Dr. Palmer's comet calculations.
Leonard is a brilliant scientist, my dear, perhaps born a century or two too late. He's chasing a myth. Mysterious comet, last seen perhaps by a starving colonist, and now scheduled to return when? Tonight?
Possibly.
Before or after supper?
Russell, if you want to grovel for a government contract, that's fine. But don't ask me to join that cocktail chit-chat with those warmongers from Washington.
Hello, Leonard. So nice to see you again.
What are you doing here, Lundquist?
I suggest you ask Mr. Armstrong.
Ah, yes, Dr. Lundquist is joining us as a consultant. We have several projects that need his input.
Don't you mean a letterhead that needs his name? For Lord's sake, Russell, we are a research institute, not a weapons factory. Our work is scientific and peaceful.
Yes. Well, times change. We have to change with them. Guy in the corner, NASA lobbyist.
I don't care if he's the tooth fairy, Russell.
Also an astronomy nut, and he wants to meet you. Now, go make him happy, Leonard. Tell him about the comet.
The comet. Jessica, will you excuse me?
I'll be fine.
I'm sorry, you are?
Jessica Fletcher. I'm Leonard's relative.
Nice to meet you. Leonard knows better than this. Last night, the guards saw him come bursting out of the observatory without even stopping to sign out. And what's his telescope doing? Cranked all the way down this way. That's my place. And there's a body lying on the floor.
Let's get this straight, huh? You own this house, but you didn't stay here last night. Is that right, Mr. Armstrong?
That's right. I haven't been here in weeks, Lieutenant.
It's Sergeant, and it's Kettler. Detective Sergeant Kettler. What do you do, rent it out or what?
No, I'm letting a friend stay here.
Is this the guy you lent it to? Name in the wallet is Drake Eaton, lived in Washington.
No, he's not the person I thought was staying here.
Must be the victim's scarf. It's got blood on it.
All right, bag it. Send it to the lab.
Excuse me, Sergeant. How was he killed?
It was a gunshot right in the ticker. You keep any handguns around here, Mr. Armstrong?
Certainly not.
Did you notice any powder burns?
No. What'd you say your name was again, lady?
Fletcher, Jessica Fletcher.
Do you know this guy?
Well, not really. I mean, I met him last night for the first time, briefly.
Mrs. Fletcher is a guest of the Astrophysics Institute. She's also a writer of some repute.
Oh, yeah? My wife's a writer, too. About this guy.
Well, he worked for Madeline DeHaven. She's the director of one of those federal agencies.
GOA.
Oh, great. Just what I need, a stiff with clout. Anyway, come on, let's get to this telescope business.
Well, as I started to tell you before, we found it focused in on this window.
The telescope is 30 miles away from here.
33.
Easy. You guys finished with the phone?
Yeah, it's dusted.
Yellow?
Russell Armstrong, please.
Yeah, he's here. Who's this?
This is Faye Hewitt.
Hold on. It's for you, Faye Hewitt. Don't stay on too long. I want to keep the phones free.
Yes, hello.
Russell, forgive my calling like this, but I've been terribly worried. What's happened? I mean, who is it?
Drake Eaton. He's been murdered.
Is there anything I can do?
Madeline DeHaven. She ought to be told.
I'll call her right away.
Thanks, Faye. And I'll talk to you later.
Vertical blinds are closed. Drawer in the table next to the bed is open.
That's interesting. The bed has been mussed but not slept in.
Oh, yeah, probably some kind of a struggle. Say, Mrs. Fletcher, what kind of books do you write? Cookbooks, gardening tips?
Actually, murder mysteries.
Oh, no kidding. A nice lady like you. You make any money at it?
Well, actually, yes.
Oh, my God, no!
Carrie, what are you doing here?
Oh, Aunt Jessie.
Who the hell is this young lady?
This is Mrs. Palmer, the lady I've been lending this vacation house to. Yes. I'm sorry, Mrs. Fletcher. I can't talk to you now. I'm expecting a very important phone call.
I'm sorry, Mr. Armstrong, and please forgive my Irish temper, but whatever happened to the principal innocent until proven guilty?
If we wait until Leonard is proved guilty, it will be too late. Now I have the reputation of this institute to consider.
Who else besides yourself knew that Carrie was staying in your vacation house?
I resent that implication.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'd appreciate an answer. Or do I call Sergeant Kettler and have him ask you?
No one knew. At least not from me.
Could anyone have found out inadvertently, perhaps phoned the house looking for you?
No. I don't like being disturbed when I'm there, so the number is unlisted. You're going to have to excuse me. This is my phone call, Mrs. Fletcher. Armstrong. What? Yes, she's here. Just a moment. Mrs. Fletcher. For you, Sergeant Kettler.